Hello, everybody. Friday. We're on time. On time. It says 6 here. Right at the dot. Happy pre-New Year. I'm looking forward to the new year. No, I don't think that I'm going to do a lot of changes as far as how last year it was my big thing was year of no. Only going to be doing what I wanted to be doing and no of the extra stuff anymore. And I stuck to it for the most part, I think. This year, a little bit more of the same, but I am going to do some different stuff as well. So, tonight we're going to talk about a little bit of that. And what's going on, everybody? Check in where you're watching from. And cheers. I again have my hibiscus Hawaiian fruit punch combination. So tonight I got a box and the who is this on Nicole's channel? Yeah, Nicole's not back yet. Fingers crossed she is able to fly back home tomorrow. It's Southwest, so who knows? My trip, I shouldn't be here right now. I should be flying back from Kansas City tomorrow as well. But alas, I am still here. So, anyway. But this is not what came in the mail. I don't think you guys have ever seen this on my channel before. It's my infraction. I got it the very, right when it immediately came out. The very first, before you could get them available, publicly even. Because I was at the Horizon event where they announced it. And I got it that day. And I drove it a few times. I blew up a set of tires on it, which I think are the tires that are still on it. Actually, yeah. You can see that one right. See that there? We blew up that tire. So I really hadn't. I've got new tires for it. I just haven't changed them out yet. But I am going to be doing some work on this thing. And not fully on this stream, but I was going to show you guys a little bit about what is happening. I thought the infraction was amazing as soon as it came out. And but I can't say that I ever took full advantage of owning one and having a ton of fun with it. So this is I don't know why I've got Sharpie under there, but I thought the infraction body was always cool. But so many cool bodies have come out, and I finally got a new one for this. And I'm gonna be doing some changing up on the electronics and everything that are in this. Hopefully you don't run that into a curb. Let's for sure hope not. That, I got my trucks with Fortune today and also got a Pro with purple wheels. Congrats, sir. That is that's a hell of a score. It's kind of that would be my ultimate score. Did I get the VPR? Nope, I did not get the VPR. Do I live in NorCal? I do live in NorCal, the Sacramento area. So, they sound pretty gnarly. Is the body the R35 in the thumbnail? No, not quite, because I don't think they make an R35 for this. That thumbnail is actually just an AI generated image. I just typed in GTR, land speed, lake, salt flats. And then if you've never used the AI image generation things or AI art creators, they're super interesting. They really, really are super interesting. And yeah, so that GTR was not a real GTR. That is exactly correct. That is a fake GTR that I created with the internet. But this is also a GTR. This is the R34 body. So this thing came today. in a box the size of a pair of golf clubs. Set of golf clubs, pair of golf clubs. Oh, oh, look at how sick this body is going to be. Oh, I immediately love it. Golf bats? Yeah. Pasture pool sticks? Um, oh, isn't that once it's fully trimmed? That's gonna be so sick. I love it. Um, oh, I couldn't be happier with how this thing looks. Yeah. So it's Su Dana. Who makes that body? This is a not it's Proline or Protoform. Protoform? Yeah, Protoform's body. So Skyline R34. But that thing is just going to be. But I am going to have to paint this like myself. And there's a lot. This thing's going to take an enormous amount of paint. Like, I'm. I was just like, it came in the mail. I was like, God damn. I'm like, I'm going to have to take a break between when I start on this side and get to this side. I'm like, so classic R34 blue or midnight pearl. See, this is the thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I really don't know. So surprise, it's gonna have some orange in it. This should be of no surprise to anybody. But it's gonna have some orange. That's like a non-negotiable. So it has to be, and that's gonna be kind of with like some livery stuff. And then beyond that, I need to make sure that looks good. So like black is kind of an obvious color to go along with the orange, but it's not the only color option that could work. So I'm obviously not going to try and get the very appropriate color shifting blurple color like some, like, so you have to figure that out. Black and silver with orange. Yeah, that sounds super Fast and Furious replica paint job with black and orange so the Fast and Furious was silver and blue, right? So an option. Needs some fancy spastics paint. I don't think that's happening. So we'll have to figure that out. But I'm gonna have to. I think I'm at least gonna trim this out tonight. But how sick is this body? This thing is so freaking cool. The infraction, the limitless, the felony, all of them are super cool. Um, but these bodies really make it. Don't forget you need to do the window trim also. Yes, I agree. I should have scanned this stuff before I left. Um, but we'll see. So I'm going to do what Matt teaches. I'm going to use a nice pair of Lexan scissors. Spastics color change paint backed with candy purple, backed with black. Well, I will take a look at the pic. That sounds way more ambitious. Hi, Suck. What's up, baby? Suki is popping in for a cameo since I'm the only one here. That means. What 3D scanning a roll? 3D scan. I could 3D scan the body and do a interior roll cage. and do it like a multi-piece insert, um, that's that's fully reasonable. Or I could do, I'll have to look at some GTR cages. I could do a standard just B hoop with the tie, the tie backs. Um, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. Something I just really wasn't thinking about. You can see some cat butt. There you go. There's your bingo. There's your center bingo square. Oh, you can tell that that Nicole has been missing for a while, and that the cats are. Get out of my way. Well, there you go. You get to see a little everything. Get. This channel is a disaster. So, and now it's officially a Friday night stream. Yes. Gotta love cat. I'm just super nervous that they're going to knock over this like red fruit punch. Um, you're using the wrong glass tonight. You're 100% correct. I should have used the other one. But I needed a larger glass for my drink tonight because I needed it. It's been a long week. What's up, Chiefy? What's up, Bubba? You want under the body? You want under here? Go on. As much as we have a Proline rock van out in the living room, and they just it's I wasn't ever going to use it for a project, so we just cut it out and let them hang out. It's like one of their favorite toys. I cut out the wheel wells so they can crawl under, and they just hang out under there. It's just what they do. Sookie will get under there. Chief will get under there. They'll go back and forth. It's just it's Bonsai Wells. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Got the dash gauges printed out and installed with the cliffhanger cage. Threw on a steering wheel from the Phoenix kit, and it all looks amazing. You'll have to send me a photo of that or post it on Instagram so I can share it to my story because I always like to see it. I appreciate it. Josh, where's your nose bill? I know. It's actually right here next to me, but it would not have contained the amount of liquid that I'm trying to consume tonight. Just like Moose Jaw's VW van. That's actually where it started. Is we had that van in here and we realized how well or how much they liked to hang out under it. So it's just so you can't refill the glass once empty. I'd have to leave the room, you know. How do you stress out? They just like to be under here. He could get out totally. They just hang out underneath these bodies. What's up, Chief? They're just happy under there. Hot box the car. You should paint the van body with all the cat hair on it. Whoa. Whoa, that's disgusting. How long until the cat jumps off the table and takes the car with him? It's a possibility. They're pretty graceful, though. I'm not going to lie. Debating on a van body for C1. Could you show how big it is compared to one of your rigs? I could. I'll have to go grab it off of the living room floor as where it, resides as the cat toy. But it's very big. I would suggest against it. How to trap a cat? Place a box on the floor. Cat trap finished. You having fun, Chiefy? You happy? Telling you. Have I tried my trike in this weather? It is wet outside, and no, I have no interest in riding that trike in the rain. For one, I need to strip it down to get it powder coated. I need to do a few other little things first, but it'll be a pretty minimal amount of work, I say at this point. I got to completely tear it apart and then reassemble it later. But I think that it'll be much faster this way than it was before. Cheetah paint doesn't look bad now. I'm telling you, it just calms them down. Something about cars, it just calms me down. Is that a Hellcat in a Skyline? Cheetah interior. Yes. Hey, you can find a way to entertain him. That's all that matters. Josh's gonna make his fiberglass body with all that kitty hair. Just, just clear coat it right in. I'm really quite nervous about painting this much asphyxiate. There's a gap here along the back that's about 2 inches on this side, and it goes down to about an inch on this side. So there's quite a bit of airflow in there. That is why we cut out the wheel wells on the other one, though, because it was just flat on the carpet. We're just like, they like to hang out in there for a long time. So like, maybe we should just, go ahead and cut out some airflow in it. Because, yeah, otherwise. Can we get that gap measured in squares? He's like, RB26 custom exhaust, Recaro seats, and a carbon fiber wing. Overnight some parts from Japan if we need to. What, Bubba? Are they making fun of you? Are they making fun of you? Let's see. Think of painting with cats is bad. Owned Newfoundlands for 10 years. Requires cleaning, prepping, and painting in the garage to minimize hair. What? You know how to get out. He's hanging his leg out the side on this one now. Gallo 12 or Gallo 24? Which is the better engine? What's up, Bubba? John Hayes, thank you. Awesome doing this body as I have never attempted to do my own body as of yet. Thumbs up, 5 for free pointers. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not normally the pointer guy on bodies, but we're gonna get this thing trimmed out, and I want to try and get it mounted tonight. Just down onto the chassis should be pretty simple. But get my body holes cut on there. Feel good about that, because at that point soon I'll have to be doing actual video work on it. So, but that's the plan at least. So this project all came about because of an email that I got, and I proposed a project, and it all right. So now here we are. And I'm actually glad because, like I said, I have not used my infraction nearly enough. And a lot of times it's just some of the random RC cars that I have that I use on occasion, but they never make it onto the channel. I'm like, I should finally get it onto the channel. There's a goddamn cougar in the car. I know there's a cougar in the car. I put it there. Want it back? There you go. We'll make sure to keep the gap. See? He didn't even want out. Mind the gap. So, no body pin. But we're talking about a car that should go considerable speed. I've got to put the body pins in it. Like, I need it. It's gonna end up on its roof at some point. It's gonna smack a curb. Like, the last time, let's see, Gunner was out with us when we were doing the TRX6, the TRX6 monthly mayhem. Oh, it was actually the second, like when we went back to it after I put the bigger motor in, did the carbon fiber under tray, the whole deal. And he brought his infractions out. And I was just like, man, I need to drive mine more. You want out? Or do you just want to hang a leg out? Let's be real. You're not driving this. I'm definitely going to drive it. It's going to be... It's a whole video. What's in the Yeti? It's a hibiscus hibiscus vodka and Hawaiian. Um, y'all done? Y'all done? Played that game enough? It's that, like I said, hibiscus vodka and Hawaiian punch, fruit punch mix from Hawaii. Any flies in there? Not yet tonight. Not yet tonight. Please don't do underglow lighting. You're better than that. I like underglow. I like it. I'm. I am not. I've always liked it. I had it on a vehicle before even, and it's so good now with RGB LEDs and all that. Chief's just headbutting me. When does Trucks of Fortune end? Pretty much whenever the stock runs out. We finished building them a day or so ago and got everything updated, and then so now once they're sold out, that should be about it. So sad. Don't knock Underglow. It's cool. Especially the new LED stuff, next level. Orange Underglow. It's got to be all of the colors, just rainbow vomit colors everywhere. Chief, where'd our scissors go? We're gonna cut this thing out. Any chance of a better freight rate to New Zealand? Probably not. It's on. We use a live quote, so we just put in the size and weight of the box, and then, dude, let me do some stuff. We put in the size and the weight of the box, and it just says whatever it's gonna charge us, and we don't even upcharge it. What's your deal? Score and snap. Nope. Lexan scissors. I'm very nervous about him being up. I just know somehow he's going to knock my stuff over. That cup in particular is my concern. What are you doing with those scissors? I'm going to trim out the body. That is how I trim bodies. I'll trim your whiskers. You, what's the name of that suction cup glass you got? Let's look. Since Chief is not letting me do this at the moment, these are from Mighty Mug. So, Unibody Wheeler stickered these up for us. But, see, Chief, what do you think? Chief, is this you gonna rub on it? You gonna rub on the glass? You gonna rub on it? What's in here? What's in here? We'll see if it's cat proof or if he can make it. It's in this. Can you knock it over? I don't know if you can. But is it just vinyl? I think it's vinyl, yeah. But you can whack it pretty good, but you can lift straight up easily. But there's no effort. There's not like a suction like to lift up. Like you're not breaking a seal. It just comes up immediately easy. But you go sideways at all, and it's just on there. A significant force. If it's on there and you glancing blow, just like a rock. Get out of the body. Cat's gonna screw it up before I ever even paint it. He's gonna screw it up before I get a chance to screw it up my own way. The reason Josh is not using it is because that would require Josh to wash it. I did not wash it first. That is true. My wife just laughed loudly at Chief's balls. I mean, he he's been fixed, but still. It is a wildly impressive thing. Like it's got to be some sort of valve that when it goes sideways, oh, see, like I guess that's the thing. If you lightly push it, it can go over. Like if you're just easing into it, oh, it's still not bad. You got to really be light. Uh, have you fixed him without what? You fixed him without giving him implants? It would have been funny to like upsize, just give him like 3 or 4 sizes up and just be like make him real proud still. But yeah, I mean, he's not shy on show and tell day. Okay, the cats have left. Now I can trim my body, and like I said, we're using the Scale Builders Guild method of a nice pair of Lexan scissors. Uh, what the hell is that cat in a car? You're behind, sir. So again, no, I will not be using the score and snap method. We're going to be using the there's so this will not end well. Phoenix, how dare you? Okay. This is a little this body is slightly more. It's a long way around this thing. Someone have 911 ready. I can use scissors just fine. But no, these are my good ones even. This Lexan is just thick. You need some shears for that one. It is significant. Trimming this body is definitely going to take me the entire stream because there's no way I'm going to be able to focus on this the whole time. We're going to get like one door jam done and then switch to a wheel well after a break. There we go. Perfectly straight. Amazing. Couldn't have done it better. Josh's serious face. Whatever. Whatever. I'm back. Use a plasma cutter. God dang it. Tis but a flesh wound. Ah, you. I'm scrolling up a little bit. Favorite build of 2022 of my own. I'm gonna say my own for now. Um, so it would be my class one, which is right there in the dark. Um, my class one though, because of the things that the second to my class one would have been the Speed Phoenix, but they both made me. The Phoenix was more just like of a kind of refinement of some of the things that I did for the class one. But the class one I definitely pushed harder on, like to learn things, forged carbon fiber, welding with titanium, trying to leverage 3D printed jigs, and a bunch of things like that. What's the price tag on the class one, Josh? $5,000 currently. That is my price tag on that car. But that one right now, my favorite build of the year. I really enjoyed trying to do some of the things that I did on that, and it's you know, I just I'll again, I always want to do it again because I feel like I can do better. I've learned more. I can do more. But that car, I had an insane amount of hours in, and it. I mean, it absolutely was. There was more expense in that car than I've put into any vehicle ever. Just the amount of laser cut titanium, carbon fiber. I mean, really, those two things were the massive expensive. I don't see any blood yet. No, not on this. On that one, yes. Do you get the original and purple wheels for 5K? Sure. Sure, you do. Will your new Class 1 be similar this year? Absolutely. Um, be, yes, I will make my own body again. I will absolutely do titanium for cage material. I think where things may differ is I may take the titanium work further and do things that are more ridiculous. The carbon fiber work, I've learned a lot on how to do even better, make it lighter. Like, there's a lot of things there. So, yes, my class 1 this year will absolutely be along the lines of that again. So, yeah. Any advice for someone who's never been to a comp crawl? Bro. This cabinet, and he literally moved my computer. Is my audio still working? Yeah. I don't know what he unplugged, but something. Did I lose audio? No, I have audio. Okay. Oh, so he did unplug and plug the audio. Oh my God, cat. So yeah, audio jump. That's if you didn't hear, it's because Chief got his head stuck between the cabinet and my desk, the leg, and he freaked out and he moved my whole computer. Jesus. This night. Velocity addiction. Thank you, sir. Scuffing my 1/5 scale body. Now my arms hurt. What chassis is yours for? This is the 1/7 scale. This is for my Arma Infraction. Infraction. Help me, Jeebus. So yes, titanium chassis, rails, and axles. Probably no axles, but I will likely do a full titanium chassis. Yeah, and I have some ideas there on how to put it all together in a way that will make the chassis just super rigid, but also wild light, and like scale at the same time. I don't know. I have some thoughts. Of course, executing is going to be the difficult part, as always. Ideas are easy. Execution is what separates the whole thing, right? Okay, we're gonna go for a wheel well finally. Build laser nut for class 3. Ooh, poor choice. That would be a very poor performing car for that type of situation. Oh wait, do you mean my moon buggy laser nut? Like, is that the one, or do you mean the actual laser nut car that is a production RC? Things are going well. I called Matt right before this stream and asked him what his preferred method for this process was, uh, and this was his instructions. So this is a Scale Builders Guild recommendation. I hate wheel wells. A lot easier on this big thing. For the moon buggy. The moon buggy, it would be more appropriate, but I think that for that type, I don't know. I feel like it. Gonna have to really look at the new rules to see because I still need to be able to get all of my scale points, and that's what can be a little bit difficult. Cut as close as you can and Dremel the rest. Just wing it close and then sand a little bit smoother if we need to, which we don't. I'm saying like that wheel well is as round as we would ever need. Looks perfect. So 37 bedroll scale. You're taking advice from someone who rarely does. He says he rarely does Lexan. He does Lexan almost exclusively. Just shocked Josh hasn't 3D printed a special tool for this. I don't cut enough wheel wells that are like circular shapes like this. Normally they're, openings on their crawler bodies or whatnot that it's like they have the touring car guys who have all those tools, right? There we go. Overhead cam. You wouldn't see that is a perfect cut. I mean, just much success. Already looking like $1,000,000. Wait, you actually cut out wheel wells? Since when? Moose jaw, I've trimmed a body or two. So never measure, cut until nothing is left. Good plan. I refuse. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Scale Nationals again this year, especially. There's so much to plan for. I've got all three classes again that I absolutely plan on competing in. And this year, my hope is to do 3 trucks, not 2. Last year we repurposed C2 for C3. This year, I really hope that I can do all 3 trucks. So, are there diff covers for aluminum F10 portals? An F10 usually means a fabricated housing. So that immediately does not use a diff cover. Like that's the faceted style design. So an F10 fabricated housing, you'll never find a diff cover for if the name is being used properly. TRD Adventures show last night mentioned there might not be Scale Nationals next year. Have you heard anything? Nope, I have not. I hope that that's not the case. We shall see. That would be interesting. You can do all 3 if you start now. Yeah, but probably really need what's the fun in that? Is the grill dented in on the skyline? Is the grill dented in? It is. Now it is not. So there's a little artifact there from that happening. Could have happened in shipping. Could have happened for me. It's hard to say. Either way, I'm not concerned because I'm sure that I will do much worse to it. Uh, the third member is what you meant. Is there a third? An aluminum one? There is not yet. There likely will be at some point. Please do a video on this once the body is done. Oh, absolutely. You'll see a video on this before too long. I'm waiting for the rest of the parts for the infraction to come, and then you'll see my plan for this whole thing with the new body and the other changes that are coming to that truck that will log. It'll probably be two or three total videos on the whole thing. My plan is for two. Make the exhaust shoot flames. I just with my lineage, my family history, I think that I should minimize my intentional flame throwing. You know, I think that I think we should just stay away. All right, we're on wheel well 3 of 4. There we go. Is it gonna have a scale burble tune? Shoot flames like the EXO. Oh, that's true. I guess. See, I really should stay away from fire. Um, yeah, that's. I forget that I've already fallen victim to my own family's style. Let's see. Matt told him to use scissors on this just to watch him actually do it and laugh. You're probably not wrong. And maybe I messaged Matt. Maybe I thought that I did. Uh, yeah, Dad did. He held his own through the holidays. He has built himself a very nice shop in the at their new residence up in the Omaha metro area at their new house. So Nicole did go up and visit still, even though I wasn't able to make it. So she went and saw my parents, my brother and his wife, and their baby since I couldn't make it. Go. Any new Hot Wheels? No, I didn't buy any Hot Wheels this week. Um, I think the last one that I got was actually from Brandon gave me, and it was one of the low lux. I just thought that they were cool. So, why did they leave Mississippi? Hurricanes. Not a big fan. So they're like, you know what? This hurricane thing, this is crazy. We're gonna go back to tornado land. Those aren't that scary. And in comparison, I as well probably would take tornadoes over hurricanes. Tornadoes really aren't like tornadoes can suck, but it's just like this small little. It's a very small little area that they usually hit. Matt, don't use scissors. Use a new razor blade, snap and score. Josh, okay, scissors. Yeah. Say it with me. Lex and scissors. No. I thought hurricane season was over. Pineapple Express. One of my favorite movies. Sorry, family. Someone has to pick Trucks of Fortune. That's pretty much what I did instead. Because I would have been off all week. Instead, I worked longer days and my back hurts. So Nicole was saying, like, you could just take some time off since you wouldn't have been there anyway. And I'm like, I'll just go to work. We're pretty good. I might have had one little slight deviation, but to the low side, so I can easily go back and trim that. Solid. Much excite. Very excellent. Sometimes it's easier to just go to work. Yeah, you know, sometimes you leave work and it's just like, it would be so much less stressful if I was just at work. Do you go to the gym to keep your core strength? Nope. I lift trucks of fortune. Just. Is this a felony body? It looks huge. Yes, it is. Basically, it's a infraction body. It is huge. My infraction's on the floor. We'll grab it here shortly. But we're gonna keep trimming. We're gonna get through this trimming process. It's a long ways around this thing, but like, here's a Mon 14 for scale. um, if that helps any of you, no, okay. Um, how about a cliffhanger? So there's a cliffhanger body. Painting inside, since Nicole's got. Um, I mean, it's likely it's raining at least, so I probably will have to paint inside. The TRX 4000 workout. I do have. Ooh, I'm always I'm always willing to discuss these projects on live streams because I know most people who are in here will likely watch the videos anyway. So the TRX 4000, I've kind of been planning the next video for that truck. And because I need to start taking it to the next stage of, weight gain. It's, I don't, however you want to call it. But my plan is that I'm going to take and I want to build an inner cage structure that goes under the body, that fits under, not necessarily something that is like a tube cage, but it might be strapping and whatever it is to get to the shape that's just under the body as much as I need to. And then in the roof section, I want to have it, I want to be able to either do like a push pop style latch, like a airplane door, where they can pop out. And I want to be able to have a handle pop out so I can carry it like a briefcase. Because right now, it's an absolute bear to carry that thing around. So I need a way to carry it without having to like get underneath of it and just like. So I want a handle that pops out of the top, but that basically goes completely away. That looks almost 100% flush or stock if I want it to. If I need to put something on the roof, like a roof rack, which I don't like. I hate roof baskets or roof racks, like in general. Absolutely not a fan. But I need to be able to, and it just, because I think that will really help. Backpack straps? I don't know. I need it to just go away. So I'm looking for the right type of latches because they need to be able to hold 50, 60 plus pounds. Magnets would absolutely not work. I mean, I guess you could use like one of like the 200-pound magnet, but I want it to be able to like come off clean, and no, magnets are not going to be the way. So I need a physical latch to be able to, but that's the plan. Big inner structure that is going to give me, heavy steel, really just be able to just, because the next stage of that, right now it's under 30 pounds. The next stage, that truck really needs to be over 50. I think that's where we need to get. We need to be over 50 pounds soon. So yeah, that it's been in my shopping rounds, like thinking about it, just trying to. I should probably put it on center. What are all of these notes? It's good that I write myself notes on my whiteboard here. It would be better if I remembered what they were for. I have no idea. I should be more descriptive. Heavier than a tier than an SCX6 by a little right now. Yeah, it right now my TRX 4000 is already more is already heavier than my personal SCX6. So TRX 4000 handle and sidetracked. Yes, it happens easily, especially after a cup the size of this Yeti. Just don't paint the body like Matt's Porsche. I thought Matt's Porsche looks freaking amazing. That thing is awesome. Over 50 pounds isn't that over the cargo capacity of the Glad? Unfunny. Unfunny, Darwin. So let's wait. Matt's Huna Big looks sweet. Matt's body looks fantastic. That thing, he did a great job. My latest project is to take one of my no prep custom drag slashes, likely my LCG chassis rig, and turn it into a drift rig. That's interesting. Something like a Tesla door handle. Yeah, the problem is a Tesla door handle only pops up on one side. It's not supported on the other. So it pops up and then you would just. So I really need it to be like an aircraft door. Even if it is that same mechanism, I just don't know what their weight capacity is. But I know those, like you're able to push out and then rotate. And if I have to do that, that's fine. I just have to figure out where to get that type of thing. I don't often, well, and I mean, aircraft stuff is likely very expensive. Isn't that heavier than a Power Wheel? I would, it's got to be close. It depends on how much those batteries weigh. Dog harness with a handle for transport. I want it to be self-contained on the vehicle, and I want it to basically go away when I want it to. So like I know I could have it so like there was a couple of ringlets that I could snap things on, but I don't. I want it to like I want to be able to walk up and just like and just pop the handle up and be able to grab it. So like I don't want to have to. I don't want to carry something else that snaps to it. I want nothing like that. I want everything to be on or inside the vehicle and look super stealth. It's the little things that make the difference. So, well, the Vanquish Builders kits come back. No, those were just for the holidays. So that was it. Or you could drive it. No. Listen, that thing is made to drive in specific situations. That is not a drive it all over type truck. Especially once it starts getting up into the 50 plus pound range. Like, yeah, integrated suitcase handle. Like, what kind of suitcases have those lay flat? It needs to be like, so I don't want it to, when it rolls over for it to like just come out. It needs to be. All you really need is to grip the batteries to the handle. The battery is only like 8 pounds. So there's a lot of mass beyond the battery, especially once we get into the next one. Look into car battery handles. Yeah, those, I mean, those kind of just slide. So I guess that kind of could work. I just don't know that I have enough length. Some sort of T handle that pops up with a touch. That's what I'm after. Is that type at least. What are you going to do for shocks to handle that weight? We're just going to let her ride at bump. It just is what it is. Full droop. Nope, the ones that lay into the battery body. I'll have to look at that. I'm still waiting for the tug of war between SCX6 and the TRX 4000. Yes, that is definitely something I need to do. When you start encroaching on the 50-pound area metal axles, it's already fully metal axles. Every single part of the axle is metal at this point. Metal. It's either brass or something that they just advertise as metal. They don't say what kind of metal or anything, but the axles are fully done. Pretty much all of it. Carry it, hurt your back, be a man. Great point. Great point. Yeah. Going with, Chinesium, that's likely the case. Those axle bearings are going to hate you. I mean, I'm just going to be interested to see once I get to the point where I consistently break the same part. Like, okay, this is the limit. So, the Porsche looks awesome. It does. It just looks like a Barbie dream house. No, like, it clearly looks like the pig with the meat cuts. Like, it's very specific. You just have to see it, or you have to know like that you've seen it in the past. That could be the hard part. All right, let's cut out the back of this thing. It's a long way around. I think it'll be drive shafts or portal gears. So we can get the hardened portal gears. Drive shafts, I've already got metal ones in it. My guess was portal gears as well. Actually it's axle shafts. We're going to round some of these corners, and I'll come back and trim. The no-look cut. Let's... Yeah. Wrap graphics. Thank you, sir. One last donation for 2022. Getting prepared for New Year's down here in OZ with a few beverages while contemplating more beer or pull a Phoenix kit out and spoil myself. I mean, both is the right answer. I did technically, even though we're early, it's not technically New Year's, but depending on how the stream goes and depending on how long things last, I was like, I'll grab champagne just in case we extend the stream. We'll see. So I bought Martini and Rossi just because motorsports, like, I don't think that... Does Corbell sponsor anybody? I don't know. Score and snap would have caused bleeding by now. I fully agree. Like, curved Lexan scissors for the win. Are those curved scissors? Yes, they are, Art, by the way. I think I will do beers and I want to build it properly. I'm telling you, you could easily build the axles and chassis good and beard up. A little bit of concentration needed for the transmission to get that done well. But after that, building shocks super beard up may also be a bit of a... let's see. But I just got invisible cabinet door handle from Jeremy Kilburn. He must be watching. Let's see. This is an Amazon product. This is a pretty interesting looking door handle. This could definitely do the trick. I think it could be recessed in. I wonder if it would hold 50 pounds. 50 plus. Links, on the other hand, require alcohol. I'm doing a transmission beard up right now. Some people are better than the rest of us. Sometimes it's just that practice that you really need. Uh, First time on, love your content, subscribed, liked, and David, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. These streams are not that informative, but there's a chance that they're entertaining at times at least. So tonight, I'm taking my new R34 body. We're getting it trimmed up to drop onto my infraction car, which has never made it onto this channel. My The diffuser on the back of these cars is so gnarly that it is interesting to see how they incorporated it into this Lexan body. Almost there. I don't think Josh has picked up 50. I'm aware of what it takes to pick up 50 pounds. Do it all the time. Okay. We're getting there. We just have the front. I so want a felony and a Viper body. I fully agree with you there. Matt has the felony, and he picked up that Viper body, the VPR body by Biddy Designs. And that's absolutely one of my favorite combinations. What's the weight limit on the Reefs 2000 servo? So I have the Reefs 2000 for my SCX6. I have a different 1/5 scale servo the for the TRX, but that's another challenge that I have to get conquered because fitting a 1/5 scale servo underneath of the front of that truck has proved to not be easy. So long around this freaking body. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Pretty sure this is how Hemistorm does it as well. I watched one of his videos on the top 10 best curved Lexan scissors to buy. And I think that's where I got these. Ha ha! Look at that thing. Now, so here we have my original infraction and so good. Getting it down around that splitter or the diffuser in the back. Gonna need a little bit of finagling, trimming, or adjusting back there. But the body post holes do not line up in the same spot. In the rear, it looks like they do. Okay. Just looks like they need to come up a ways. Well done, sir. And no blood was spilled. We did get lucky there. We get those front body posts adjusted down, rears up. One thing I'm noticing is that my front splitter is not matching the front of this body at all. I'm wondering if I should pick up a new front splitter that matches this or if I should make my own. Is that a flat piece by chance? Oh, it is. We have the technology to make our own. So I'll get a trace on that. We'll design one that fits the front of that body. I guess we will be 3D scanning. So, because we'll want this to be good and rigid, so we'll need to cut that out of 1/8" ABS at least. I would not want to 3D print a piece like that. A front splitter out of 3D printing would be a little weak. With titanium screws, I agree. Get that spark in there. Forged carbon splitter. We could just do regular carbon, like a normal one, like a normal person. Carbon would make it cooler, which I am good for. I'll probably cut a prototype out of ABS, the right shape, and then we'll do a carbon one after that. Cars for hot Cabron's fiber. This was such a cool pan, though. Just the stamping of the aluminum and the detail that it gave it. It's looked good. Wheels look too small. I think the problem with that is that the fact that it's not sitting down where it needs to. Once these body posts are 2 mil. Let's see. Who makes that body? It's Protoform or Proline's second company. I don't really understand the whole Protoform versus Proline thing. Somebody would have to explain it to me. Oh, look, there's 2 body post positions on this car. I'm an idiot. That makes it way easier, doesn't it? Then it will actually match. Jesus, these freaking screws are. Oh, they go through both positions with one screw. It's this super long screw, but so we'll just push this in all the way down for now. Oh, let's see. There should be a new splitter in the bag it came in. Oh, look at you. I'll check that right now. If only HPI would re-release the Super Series RS4. It was definitely ahead of its time in mid. Interesting. I never heard of it. So pop those up. We'll move them to the inside position. Look at that. Right there, like he was saying. I mean, we should still make it out of carbon fiber, but it'll be a lot easier once we know the shape. Thank you for that tip. I would have probably done all of the work before seeing this and then seen it and being like, damn it. You are a big help. The RC Underdog. Thank you, Paul. What would be a good 32 pitch spur for a Stealth X transmission? Ooh, that's a good question because I don't know off the top of my head. Because you need one that still uses that. I feel like you could use an Axia one because I think it still has a 5mm bore, and with their spur shaft size, I think you could get away with it using like a regular axial one. I'm guessing. I haven't done it myself, but I would bet that it would be super close, if not dead on. Switch mine to an ax. Okay, other people are saying axial, so sounds like that would be the way to go. Go out with the old, in with the new. A little bit of a bow to it, but I think we'll be just fine. Henry's RC Garage, much appreciated. ETA, when the LED light bars and Incision series light kits will be back in stock. Our local hobby shop could not back order any for me. So I'm not sure which light bar you need. That could be a different question that I might not be able to answer easily. But the Incision light kits, those are being worked on right now. So hopefully within the next few weeks. And much appreciated for your donation. Thank you, sir. Will it work on the felony rear end? So I think that this body was specified for the narrower infraction style, where a lot of the most current bodies are said to be made for the felony, the wider. There we go. So now I bet that body, move the body posts in. Yep, we can line up the body holes now. It's gonna look so good. Now, see, the wheels look appropriate once the body's way down on them. Right? I mean, well, that's about where it's going to sit in the front, so slightly tucked. Rigid 5-inch. I'll have to check on that one. That's a question with a little bit more to it than a simple one. What's the wing look like? So it's a Lexan wing that we are going to have to cut, and it's got additional end plates. So it looks about like that. The king is look at that CCXRC. What is this abomination? See, the problem is that the king also only sees in very rudimentary three-dimensional shapes because he's used to Tinkercad. So he hasn't yet learned the ways of organic shape and beauty. It's like a low fidelity 8-bit gaming world. That's how the king sees the world. Just buy yourself an LMT and go on living your life. you know, New Year's resolution: more cars than trucks for 23. Nope. Windows XP paint is all I need. make don't make fun of 8-bit gaming. NES is one of the best consoles ever. I do agree. Trim the wing. That we should do. I will trim the wing. Not immediately. I want to get the body mounted first. Uh, Tony, you missed Matt build a Claude today. Yeah, Matt built a. Tony, do you own any Claudes? I can't remember. Was that Freestyle that you owned? Is that Claude based? I can't remember at all, or if it had Freestyle axles under it. The Arma Wing Arma wing with the cutout. Are you talking about the one on the snow? But yeah, we're gonna make some body post holes here, and I want to get this thing mounted up. Body reamer. I have about 8 quads. Of course you do, Tony. They are ridiculous monster trucks. Yep. Liver by K&N. Thank you very much. I got my Trucks of Fortune about 20 minutes ago, and I'm depressed not because of the awesome Phoenix portal I got, but that the anticipation is over. This is the most fun I've had buying an RC. I am glad that you got your truck. I hope that you are happy. I hope that you enjoy the build. Yeah, the whole like Wheels of Fortune, Trucks of Fortune thing. Uh, did not expect it to be as popular as it was. I really didn't. Um, and it was so much. It was a lot of fun to do. It turned out to be an absolute crap ton of work, but I think that if we do it again next year, I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of way to make it more efficient because holy crap. So John Roberts 1.6 RC, thank you. Hi Josh, is Vanquish Grease good for high performance rock racers? By the way, love my DeWalt gyro and the Zerba tool. Only took 40 builds to get it. Yeah, I mean I've used my Vanquish Grease on, like I used it on my Phoenix. I've used it on anything that I've ever had that goes fast, I guess. CCXRC, much appreciated as well. If you are doing more than one color, you'll need to buy a second color of paint. So orange and black. It's kind of what I was saying. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Am I predictable or is it just a really good combo? I don't know. But I guess I'm not surprised that it's guessable. So, you just wait till you see the livery. It's gonna be it's gonna be great. The fact that I have to paint it is a whole different story. Josh, what initials are PT? Tom Andrews, did you get PT? You got that fast. I think we shipped that yesterday. Right? So I want to hear if you if you were the one who got that. Yes, you did. Oh my god. I think I shipped that yesterday. So the reason that I know that is because that one was done. Gremlin Crawler got GTI. So myself, Michael, fam, and Brandon, we all were building a bunch of Wheels of Fortune. And we went through and we just were coming up with car acronyms. Three letter, no numbers. So you couldn't have like RS4 or RS6. It was just, I got GTS. There you go. Was that a car? We did, and we didn't repeat. The only one we repeated by accident was BRZ. But we went through and we just did a ton of car ones. And I wrote PT because I always joke about PT Cruisers. Like joking. I'm like, PT Cruisers are cool. And it drives them at work nuts. So we did a bunch of them with a bunch of like car related GTO, like obviously GTI. Like we did a bunch of them like that. So there's a ton of like car related. We did like SVX, GTS, GTO, GTB. Um, so many. Is a GTO a car? Of course it is. So yeah, we did a bunch of. I got Evo. That's awesome. STI. Yep. GTO is the GOAT. Obvious. Of course. Yes. Oh my. SRT. Yep. We did SRT, TRX. I think we even did RAM. Oh no. I just ordered. Uh, I won't, almost bought one of those GTOs back. Unfollowed. So I didn't do JT like the Jeep because I've done all of mine with JT since that's my initials. So I did JL, I did TJ, I think I did LJ. I didn't do CJ or definitely didn't do XJ. At my house, when we see a PT cruising also driving, we all make the vomit noise. Oh man. So yeah, we AMC. I think I did AMC, AMX. No, mate, I didn't do AMX. I think that came up later, and I think I forgot about it. So even though I love AMC AMXs, I think that they're freaking rad. So yeah, that is where that came from, and that's. Did you forget LS? Nope, LS made it for sure. That was an early one. Um, so yeah, there you go. I was excited to start seeing people get those, and that's PT especially because I remembered putting it in a box. I was like, "Oh, we're shipping out PT." Anyone do JCW? Nope. BMW made it. Yes. GNX made it. Do I have a photo? I do. So let me. It didn't have all of them because there was a few layers, but was it before or after I went and ran the snow car? Must have been after. Hold please. I take too many photos. So this is the photo of them. But we had MG, BMW, GR, RWB, Evo, GTS, SS, HHR, PT. Those were right next to each other. GTB, GTO, JK, MRS, JL, GNX, TRX, and I can't see the rest. But we had a bunch of them. So no letters, only had to be. So yeah, it was fun. We were writing initials. It's like, you can only write your initials so many times before you want to have some fun. So that is exactly what happened. And that is hilarious that some of you guys here got them. I love it. No numbers I meant. Whatever. Whatever. You know what I meant. Do as I say, not as I mean. Do as I mean, not as I say. Whatever they say. However that saying goes. Or as my dad said a million times growing up, do as I say, not as I do. Is the Trucks of Fortune still going on? It's on the yeah. If it's whatever is on the website at this point, um, is basically the inventory, and I really do not expect to do any more of them. So whatever is left, and I hope to sell those out and then be done. And then I will turn off that deals section on the website. Just psh. Need a little bit more clearance on the body posts, and we're almost there. Right. Looking too bad. I feel like I do want to make a new front splitter because I feel like it could stick out a little bit more, give it that like true splitter look. FOMO is hitting me hard right now. Did you ship more than one truck in the truck of freedom, or was someone just trolling? Someone was trolling. They were all the exact same box, and two trucks would have never fit in one box. Um, so like the whole point was is that every single box that was done and got mixed up was you would not be able to identify the difference. So after people started posting like their weights, because we were weighing every single one of them at the start, and people were like, "What's your weight? What's your weight?" And we're like, "Shit." So we're just like, "Okay, find the highest weight and put all of them at that," so people stop like having a pretty good idea of what they could get from the shipping weight. Like, nope, make them all the same so that they can't tell until they get it. Because it was a good thing. Like I was telling the guys that you have to weigh every single one. And then once people started figuring that out, we're like, okay, nope, one weight on all of them, so we know, so that they don't know. But so that was the plan. Um, let's see. I kind of want to do another Truck's Fortune because I want an origin, but can't justify in case I get is already 3 is already more than enough. I know what you mean. I think I missed my chance to make Big Lebowski themed color Wheels of Fortune and sign them as is. Joe did come. I think we shipped out the last of Joe's picks for his Wheels of Fortune this week as well. Was the Machine Gears and the Phoenix kit just for the holidays? Um, Yet to be decided. Yet to be decided. I guess at this point it had been, but it's not something that I had told them to change yet. So I don't know. The Ripper Troll was hilarious until I got messages about it. That wasn't hilarious. So, yeah, mine was 13 pounds. Yeah, they were all 13 pounds because everyone was just like, nope. I just got my infraction NASCAR truck body, but I want to sell it because I already have the GTR. The NASCAR truck body was super rad, and it was done, which was a bonus as well. The R34, there's just something about it being this big and being the R34. It's so good. It's such a good. Hello from the hot tub. It's raining. Is your phone getting wet, Logan? Like, I'm concerned. Is there going to be any chance VP will make 6 scale wheels? I mean, is there a chance ever? Always. Who knows? Is it gonna? Is it planned to come out super soon? No. No, it's not. Is the 124 scale Ripper we were talking about? I think mine is worth 6,000 out. No, the 124 scale is not a Ripper. It's a clone, and it's stupid. All right, we're getting there. I need to enlarge. Need to make holes bigger. Definitely wet, hard to type. It's waterproof. Voice to text, Logan. It's raining hard here in Northern California too. Okay. Perfect. Okay. We're solid there. Now we just need to raise the rear to the point, but I'm going to replace these. Inventor versus Fusion 360 and why? Inventor is very powerful. It's something that you would find more in industry than you would in like our area or hobby grade type thing. Inventor is more like a SolidWorks level equivalent. I used Inventor when I was in college a bit, but SolidWorks is kind of the more common one to see being used as often. So, everybody has their preferences and such, but if you're just a hobbyist, enthusiast, even you're doing light CNC programming, Fusion is, you can get Fusion for, I think my subscription to Fusion is coming up here soon. I pay for it every year because I have a CNC, and I think I pay like $400 a year. But again, that's because I have a CNC. If you don't, you can get it for free. So, and even if you have a CNC, you can get it for free if you want limited tool paths. So, lock these in. Let's see. You got my truck's fortune wet. Do you have a new platform due to be released? What do you mean a new platform? You mean like a Vanquish new platform? No. We only bought their mystery boxes because we were new. They were going to be to make a better mystery box than RC four-wheel drive. Yes, we were very with all of the ones that we did. We're just like we need to make sure that these are just no matter what, like they stand on their own. You're not going to get anything that's not usable, and they're a good value. The RC four-wheel drive mystery box was not a good value at all. Like no way to argue that it was a good value. And then, in addition to, it was, just product that it was just like useless if you didn't have the exact same thing. So the whole point was just to make it good stuff. Rich Trigilio, what's going on? Happy New Year to you as well. Even you, John. Happy New Year to you, Rich. Even you. Looking forward to 2023. This is even a project for your camp. It's gonna be a fun one. So, excluding any VP releases, do you have a favorite release of 2022? Ooh, a favorite release. That's a good question. I kind of lean towards saying the Hammer Ray. I just feel like they did such a good job with the scale focus of it. Like they sacrificed some things just to keep making it scale, which I really liked. And I think that they really pulled off the look of it. So like if you lined them all up and just said, pick which one you want, I feel like that would be the one I would choose. And that's mine right there. So yeah, now I think the TRX4M was a fantastic release and a great deal at $150. But my favorite I think it would be my Hammer Ray. Capra four-wheel steer. Was that this year? Shit, it was. Ooh, I kind of forgot that was this year. I did like the four-wheel steer a lot. Wow. Oof. Ooh. Okay. In terms of what I would actually use more, the four-wheel steer would definitely be what my choice would be. Because like my Capra four-wheel steer, I actually drive quite a bit. Yeah, that's a really good point. That's the one I've definitely used the most this year. So yeah, I wanted to build one of those GT. So this body showed up today, Rich, and I got it. I was like, oh, I'm so impressed. This makes me absolutely fall in love with this infraction again. Like I liked my infraction. I thought it was cool. I thought it looked amazing when it was released. But you throw this GTR body on it, and I'm just it's, it's Jeremy. Where does Jeremy Clarkson say? I'm having a crisis. It's so good. It's next level good. So yeah. Now the only problem is that the stock body painted windows, so you couldn't see inside. Now we have clear windows, or we will have clear windows when it's done. So I feel like I'm gonna have to do something under there to like it, or maybe I just tint the windows. I don't know. Why make the holes and not use magnets for this body? Because this car can go so fast, and like a street basher. So like this thing is gonna get used hard, and magnets suck. Like magnets are fine for like slow moving, like, and yeah, like magnets are okay in certain situations, but that's it. Beyond that, you need a solid rigid mount, and without having like a super engineered clipless system that really locks stuff in, I'm going back to body clips. And the size of this thing, they don't bother me at all. Street Basher should use Velcro to save the body. If it gets beat up, it gets beat up. I just don't want to have to go like set the body on it all the time. I want it to just be on there. Like if it gets beat, takes a hit, fine. If I'm bashing, I don't have to like go over and like readjust my body. Some of the bodies that come with Velcro connections only, and you're like always like trying to like, is this on? Is this straight? Is this straight? Yeah. Have a good one, Rich. Thanks for popping in. Um, so yeah, this one will have a livery that's specifically specifically done, so it won't get a very traditional style, but um, I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking much more forward to it now that I've got the body on there, just for the freaking size of this thing. Again, like there's my there's my ecto sitting on it. Like it makes the ecto look so. If you line up the backs of the body, like um, my camper four-wheel steer is stretched and on 2.2 OMF wrapped in Ibex pins. It's a beast at Horseman's. Yeah, like that's a perfect setup. Especially you want to stretch it out a little bit more. Put it on 2.2s. Like, yeah, that's solid. Um, how well does it fit the six? What do you mean the six? Needs bigger wheels. You're crazy. Like they fit those wheel wells perfectly. I think I may build a four-wheel steer capper with two twos and a new smaller Hyrax tires. Yeah, those 5.25 Hyrax are that would be great. The SCX6. You want to put this on an SCX6? Oof. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not big on the whole trar, style. um, on 1.9's at Side Hills, some rad stuff. Uh, the yeah, I don't know, SCX6 trying to. I have a hard one with that. I have a hard time with that one. Velcro for the win. I hate body posts. It's not secure. It sits stupid. Ugh. If you're using them hard, it's not going to sit on there well. I would never use Velcro unless it's like a situation where I either have some sort of positive lock or no. Still, then there is no nor. There is no or. So we're gonna raise this thing up. We'll put it on the tallest option and see if that meets. See if that's high enough. Probably plenty. Um, didn't anyone learn from the Velcro on the Red Cat? I agree. That was a very poor setup. Okay. All right, let's see how that. Okay, front on, rear is. I still feel like the rear may need to be a little bit taller. I wonder if there's another set of body posts I should be getting. Because if I go lower than that, that rear diffuser is going to be tucked way under, which seems inappropriate. Like I'm on top of the post now. So um, I'm going to wait. I mean, I could still cut those, but I'm going to go to the hobby shop tomorrow. So we'll trim the wing instead. Someone said flip the rear body. Someone said, oh, flip the mount. Oh, sure. Sure. Why not? That looks like an easy one. So, Josh, STL Sunday, you going to do a full interior Sunday? Not this Sunday, but I feel like an interior cover, maybe some. Figure out the right style, right way to do it. So interesting. So it's a 20 millimeter shift. It shows on that body mount. That's kind of cool. There it is. What did I do with that screw? 3 bomber interiors would cover it. Just stack them end to end. Okay. So now we don't need to go all the way up, I'm guessing. We'll start. We'll just insert them in the down position to start, since that's 20 mil. Okay, now we're sitting right on it, so I'll probably go up two spots. Let's see what that looks like. Does the red tape on the DeWalt mean it's dedicated to 2 mil? It does. 2 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter. It's exactly what it means. Go. Quick drama grow over here. It's so weird that these two sound so. You probably can't hear it because of my noise cancellation, but like they sound so different. Granted, I say this has 2 mil and it actually has a drill bit in it. Oh, that's right. I took that when I went to the snow to run the Santa's sleigh. I was well equipped with some spares, and we had to do some on location modifications, and I had a drill bit in there. Here's the 2.5. So yeah, two screw two screw guns up, baby. I'm it. It definitely helps. speeds up the process at times instead of. Okay. What was I doing? Checking body height. Josh, is that a red link? Is that red link a stiffener that runs from front to back? Yes, it is. It's stock. It comes on the chassis. I never changed anything about this truck or car. This is stock, 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 stock. So this whole thing is exactly how it came. This was a pre Horizon release. So this is when it was still. Wait, no. This was a post Horizon release. It was post Horizon, but pre swapping over to the non tactic radio and things like that. So, because I was at the Horizon event when I bought it, but yeah. Okay. Yep. I think we're in about the right. Whoops. Whacking my camera. Yeah. See if these sizes are good enough. Body reamer. First, I don't think I've ever hurt myself with a body reamer. Nicole has damaged a body reamer before, um, but I don't think one has ever caused bodily harm in our house. Eh, It's quite an unwieldy body. There we go. Nailed it. Right size and everything. Yep. That dog will hunt. So, size wise, rear diffuser cutout looks right, matches to the body pretty well as far as their size suggestion. I feel like we could replace the cutout with the. Is it the Felony that has the light back there? We could do that. I think the Limitless has it as well, or could be. It could be swapped to it. And we've got the front. You can see the splitter is actually like a nice match to the shape. But what I was saying is we could recreate that splitter and extend it out like 3/4 of an inch or maybe a little bit more. Give it that aggressive front splitter look. Oh, I missed a super chat. I'll look out. Eric Beer? I definitely don't know how to say that. New to crawlers, are there any moon buggy builder kits? Ooh. Not really. There is some chassis that people kind of do that kind of look like moon buggies, but not. If you're a fan of full size moon buggies, they don't really look like them. I guess the only one that you can buy that is similar, that looks pretty decent, that's decently well built, is by RC Speedy. RC and then Speedy, Speedy. He's got one that is a moon buggy style. It's not the best, but it's been improved and it is better than it was. And then from there, you'll have to decide on what transmission and things like that you need. You can take a Capra and swap it over. That's usually like your easiest way to go. But that would be the best. That'd be my best suggestion for you. and it makes it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a build, and it doesn't take anything crazy. Um, Needs some carbon canards. That would be interesting. Not impossible, probably. So, looks great. Let Moose Jaw paint it. Yeah. Moose Jaw, what's your schedule look like? Are you off are you off for Christmas break and have some time available? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to attempt this thing myself. Yeah. So that's gonna be the stretch. I mean, I don't want to have to paint it myself, but I'm going to if I have to. So, okay. Well, this thing is looking sick. Musha, I will be in town tomorrow for the whole week. I'm totally painting this myself. Musha, I don't need your help. If he lets Musha paint it, it may have Crocs on it again. I will give him very specific instructions this time. I've taken away his creative freedom after the Croc mobile that sits down there. Damn it. So, all right, let's cut out the wang. So, we're just going to cut this thing in half roughly first. I'm going to trim it out after that. Jesus, this Lexan is thick with two C's. You seriously could use the tin snips for this one. Oh, oh, the ideas of this gold leaf thing. Musha, I have a very specific livery that needs to be done with this. She's thick, boy. All right. Let's see if we can make our way around this wing. My goal is to make this car somewhat not fast like my Limitless. I hope. I don't think that I'll plan to break 100 with this, but this would be my first RC car ever to break into the 80s, and I hope to do that because since I've never finished my Limitless, which should be able to do 130 or so with the electronics that I bought for it. This one, I'll be changing out the electronics to a different setup, but it's not a 100 plus setup. All of the like body reamer shavings in my lap here looks like I've been trimming my fingernails. Titanium roof plate. I mean, uh, magnesium would be prettier. I mean, is it? How available is magnesium plate? I feel like I only ever ran across it in science class. Either way, I don't think I'm putting it on the roof, but I mean, I could, I guess. Um, go. My fingers hurt already. There we go. All right. Magnesium plate is available on Amazon. Okay. Still have a little bit of trimming to do to clean that up, but the rear wing isn't great, is it? It's a little, it's like okay. It's probably very functional, but it's kind of meh. A little meh. No, yeah, yeah. It's not good. Um, it needs a different wing. It needs a wing because it's got the staunches like molded in, but this is no good. This looks bad. This makes it this this turns it back very much back into RC car looking. Um, yeah, too much custom wing. Yeah, time to make a wing. It needs something else. I fully agree. This is a no. That'll be a no for me. Trim 3/8 right off the top. That would help. I mean, if we took it down to I mean, 3/8 isn't going to do it. We're going to have to come all the way down to this level at least, taking that whole back off. But this thing's bad. This thing is not good. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and cut it up right now, see if it gets better. But it's already a hard no from this one. So let's cut it up and see if we like the proportions better, and then we can figure out what wing that we need to build for, because we're going to probably have to build a wing. I imagine that's going to be pretty hard to find a wing the size that we need. But wings are also kind of tough to design, so and could be very tough to mold. We may have to come up with a design, 3D print it, and do a carbon overlay. So we can use the 3D printing as the structure and then go from there. Um, which will make it much easier for many parts of the construction, but still have to have a decent design. Big Wang Gang, yeah. So we're taking off the better part of 3/4 of an inch at this point. So, I mean, taking off some height off the back helps. Those end plates are still no good. If the if you flip if you flip it, the wing is a done. Remember that when you're designing. Yeah, I bet at the same time, like it is what it is. If it breaks, it breaks. We'll build another. End plates still not good. Those got to go. But it's yeah, I agree. It's still not good. Still not a looker. That's still the worst. Invert it. I feel like that would be bad for the performance we're looking for. Throw away that wing. Oh, I agree. We're not using this wing, but I was at least trying to figure out if I could come up with proportions of what we need, because it's a lot easier to decide that based on this rather than having to start from nothing. We're cutting the majority of our end plates off now. See what this looks like. Not enough. Hold, please. So we cut the majority of the end plates off now. Still not great. We got spoiler at home. um, I mean, we obviously can't use like big molded spoiler because those are not going to look good. But we're going to have to, yeah. Much better, not great, but better. I agree. Smaller is better. It's still now it does have like a like regular end plates for it that being separate would probably look much better, but let's see. We get one of these trimmed out and we'll just hold it up to the side. Okay. So this is just now granted you can see through it, so it's not a big help. But let's solve that the easy way. It did so good on the body and included that wing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this wing either, but oops. It just keeps getting worse. What size hex are those wheels? 17 millimeter hex. So we're going to just going to do a quick trim. Try and make it so you can't see through it immediately. Use magnets for the wing so it doesn't tear the so it just flies off as soon as you hit like 30. Just made to fly away immediately. Like, oh no, it fell off. I've found that it is amazing the amount of force that these wings actually act upon an RC car, even for the size and speeds that we reach. Now set that thing down your local drift track all super seriously and see what they do. Just see everybody run away from it like, we need to check something. So let's say it's about like so. Use the Arma Limitless spoiler. It's like a big side panel strake style. I don't think that would be a very appropriate fit. It's not much of a spoiler, it's more of a stabilizer. So with an end plate on it like that, it looks better. So, it looks a little bit more appropriate, I think, at least. Uh, may give us some ideas for the one that if we decide to draw one, which I likely will. So yeah. What's your thoughts on the SCX6 K10 body? Dislike. I do not think that it looks very good. I just don't think it looks that great. It looks very unproportionate and does not look very realistic. So, Matt from Scale Builders Guild is a spoiler. That's a wing. True. That is true. This is a more of a wing. Spoiler, I guess, more of a deck lid, right? Like a no gap between the bottom of the aerodynamic element and the body structure. Make an aluminum one. I think that I would go probably with carbon fiber compared to aluminum, um, for a couple of reasons. One, much cooler. Two, a little bit lighter. And three, and most importantly, it's much cooler. Did I already say that? I really do think that these end plates help the look tremendously, though, which means that I'll definitely have to incorporate that. We should probably also look at making it adjustable in the one that we make. So yeah, that's the body is too low in the rear. Yeah, it could probably go up one more hole on the body posts. The the wheels are tucked almost the same. It might not look like it in there, but I'm just above the D boots text. Either way, it could probably go up one more hole in the rear. Um, the infraction spoiler. No, that looks worse. That's way worse. No, we either have to go with this one, or we'll have to make one. And I'm right now leaning at making one. So we'll raise those rear body posts up one. Hey, hello, Nicole. Checking in. Let's see if we can go up. Whoops. You know, move that screw a little bit further. I feel like that might be too much, but we shall see. See what that looks like. If you put that wing on that body, unsubscribe. We're just looking for size reference. We'll make a new one of some sort, but I need a reference. Nicole, Josh using scissors again. That's a little bit better. It's a little higher in the rear now than the front. It doesn't look like it because of how There's more gap between the wheel and the body here than in the front. But like I can basically see right to the top of the tire here in the rear now, but it does look better. So so in the rear you can see over top of it, and in the front you're still covering up some of the tire. So solid. Such a good looking car. Hands are filthy from like the rubber that got that is like caked onto this car from shredding tires. Underload you won't see over the tire. No, I totally agree. And I mean, even once you just put batteries in here. Let's see the bottom view. So yeah, you can see the gap there on the rear tire versus the front. So it throws off the look just a little bit when you're looking at it from a weird angle. Um, so either way though, it's all. I mean, it's like super micro look. Once it's all here and it's got batteries and everything sitting in it, it'll look good. We'll definitely need some carbon fiber side splitters as well to prevent it from catching air. Yeah, the big flat plates that go all the way out to the edge and go from here out. I'm wondering if it's worth buying those or I should just build them. I don't know. Carbon fiber is not cheap. So like building my own isn't cheap to do, but I mean I could just build them myself. So, it's going to cost me probably 60 bucks, 80 bucks in carbon fiber to make these parts. Nah, I bet not that much. Maybe closer to 40 or 50. Um, so maybe it's not that bad. 40 or 50 bucks worth of some carbon. We'll go to the outsides. Um, yeah, help cover that up. You know, the other thing is like you can see that this has provisions to help like cover up the insides of these. Should probably just do that too, right? Half aluminum, half carbon fiber. I have been wanting to do some machining of aluminum on my machine, on my CNC. I probably could just do them in aluminum. I could still keep them pretty light. Real thin aluminum. Um, it's cheap. It's super cheap. So that might be a good way to go. Yeah, we should do it. And we should cover up the wheel openings too, right? Make sure that's got enough clearance for steering. Other than that, full one piece under tray the entire car. This is so nice and smooth and has like this kind of cool flowing organic look that I feel like I like that already. I feel like this is cooler than what it would be if I did all of it myself. So I think I'm gonna leave most of it like that. Um, Fiber wings with aluminum ends. I was thinking the other way. Aluminum plates with carbon fiber ends. Side panels would be good anchor points for the roll cage. If I wanted to go, I don't know. Like, do I want to go that far down with the cage? I feel like I want the cage to be attached to the body and just for looks at a reasonable point. Um, because I am going to try and make this thing go fast. So I don't want to add a stupid amount of weight. Get the Lexan inner fenders they make. Didn't know they made them. Interesting. Makes sense though. I'll have to take a look. Organic? Stick with ours. No, like this. I mean, it's not totally organic. I get it that it's straight, but it's like it's got flowing. It's stamped down. Then you flow into this rear. It all just looks much better than just flat plate. Scorched RC makes inner fenders. Okay, I've heard of Scorched RC. Um, one real, one real roll bar might save that bot possibility, but at the same point, like I'm not gonna make the roll cage out of titanium or anything like that. No cage and heavy tint the windows. I feel like that some tint on the windows is a, you know, yeah. The cage might just be more than needed. I don't know. I mean, if I don't tint the windshield, I could do a little bit of that cage. I don't know. SCX6 honcho interior? I mean, maybe? But I don't know. We'll see. Mirror tint in gold. No, it needs to be the fade, right? Remember when it was mirror tint at the bottom and then faded into regular tint? 2004 all over again. So, yeah, I think we're in good shape. So now it's just paint, rear wing, a few little bits and bobs here and there for getting everything cleaned up. Um, top secret R30 fold. Oh, I do remember the top secret stuff, but no, it won't work. There's definitely going to be. This has to be orange, and or it has to have orange in it, like very specifically. So, and in reality, orange and black may be the best combo for this for a couple of reasons. So, um, go get Chief and see if he fits now. Put him back under there. Um, let's see. Keep the windows clear. Tint other windows. Transparent color of choice. Oh, I do remember those. The color tint. I don't know. We'll see. I think just some reasonable window tint on the side rear windows would be fine. We could maybe leave the front, uh, and that would be okay. Go fast? Can it race the trike? This will be much faster than the trike. Nicole, we're not racing anything. We don't need racing of the three wheeler. I'm putting a governor on it immediately, especially after it comes back from powder coat. Oh my god, the purple tint from the 90s early. No, governor on the trike. We're powder coating it and I'm toning it down. It has to go slower. That trike is all. We have never tried to figure out how fast that trike will go, like full speed. I'm. Hi, Chiefy. What's up, Bubba? You were summoned a minute ago. What's up, Bubba? You want up here? You want up here? Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. You good boy. Come on. Spin around. Go the other way. You, tell- let's see. How many horse purrs? What's up, buddy? Hi. Stupid cat. I know, Bubba. Nissan feline? He's a good cat. He's the best one. He's the sweetest. Hercules' hobby has many women. Hmm. It's the spec purr, not spec R. Yeah. One of my RC trucks has pink tint in the windows. Truck is purple. Oh my god. This is why you don't leave Josh home. Exactly. You're fine. See, this he's fine. He's happy now. Color changing paint job. No. You're fine. So let's see. Okay, well, I've trimmed the body. That was really my Nicole trying to FaceTime the kid. Oh, we do that. She can she can drop in on them. I have the color changing paint on my R34. Yeah. See, but I'm trying to go with the orange, and I just don't. I don't need the. I don't need the clashing. Could go with the FedEx colors, the orange and purple, but beam stream tonight. No, I have a couple of projects that I'd like to finish up that I feel like I need to do off stream. So that will be the plan. Time for the champagne. I mean, it is almost midnight on the East Coast. Maybe that's how we'll finish. We'll do the 9 p.m. champagne, the East Coast New Year's for all of you in the Eastern time zone. This cat is just being a needs some attention. Underglow, that I feel like underglows it needs it. Maybe I'll build it into those side pods. False advertising. You were supposed. I just said it's time to paint. It's not necessarily the fact that I'm going to do it. And it sounds like Moose Jaw's in town to do some painting. So there's a chance that this could happen even easy. Tomorrow is the 31st. I know, but like I'm not going to stream tomorrow. Hopefully Nicole is home tomorrow to start paying attention to these clowns. You're about 20. You see, yes, I know I'm 24 hours early, but it's for the. It's my last stream of the year. Fire up Fusion 360 and make a wang. Don't know that I'm ready for that amount of brain power. Wings are not easy. It's gonna take. I'm gonna have to look at some. I'm gonna have to look at some inspiration photos and figure out how I can get it all just right. Not going to be super easy. Perry G, thank you, sir. Deluxe just released V2 SCX24 axle shafts. Hey, that's nice because I know that they their first batch they released didn't they have to like not put out or not fully release. So that is cool. Check Instagram for inspiration photos. Yes, that would be my. What happened to UPS on the VP side? I had to use USPS. Interesting. I don't know. It might have just been something that didn't know Chiefy. That's a big boy juice. It might have been something that didn't confirm the address, so sometimes it won't let us quote it since it uses a live quote engine. Josh, what Prusa should I get? I got all Ender 3 V2 and the S1. Mine's the i3 Mark III Plus, and I love it. So I highly recommend. Much enjoy. I think he can tell that something is off with what is in my cup. What are you staring at? Huh? All kidding aside, that's a beautiful cat. He is a pretty kitty, huh? He's a pretty good one. He's well behaved even. He is a he is a hefty cat, and he absolutely hucks himself. He'll like run out of the room, and then he'll parkour off the back of the couch. And I swear he moves the entire sectional forward just a little bit. Like he's probably moved it 6 inches over the months. So, Dalton Shelley, much appreciated. Thank you. Happy New Year. I did the Mark III Plus with the MMU. Nice. That is cool. The material switcher. It's not something I've thought about it, but not something I feel like I need. But I mean, it would be cool to have. Totally get it. When will Vanquish have gold tanks back in stock? Likely soon. Those are just something that needed to go out for plating and then packaging. So those even could be back before too long. So. Oh, you know what I haven't also? I need to order myself dinner because I forgot to eat before the stream. So we're going to have to DoorDash something. If you want a nice paint job, give it to Matt. Matt has my Fijon still. So he can only have one of my paint jobs at a time until the Fijon comes back. Someone's missing his mama. Oh, that's an understatement. I am merely a poor excuse of a stand-in compared to their actual first love, which is their mom. Yep. Don't eat carbon fiber. Farbenkyber. Where's the Woods Runner? It is right behind me. Something I'm always willing to grab. Can it share some bench space, Chief? Um, so this is one of those projects that I want to get some work done on. Specifically the rear inner fenders, because I feel like once I get the rear inner fenders done, I want to take the rear inner fenders and get those in there and incorporate the rear taillights, and then also incorporate all of the wiring routing right into that structure so everything can just all run right through there. So I'll design in all my wiring chases into the actual physical part, and then that'll allow me to get it ran through there, wire everything up, and you won't be able to see any of the electrical that needs to run back there. Should make it super clean. And then I'll take that wiring chase, route it down into the floor as well, and so I can get all of the wiring perfectly ran up into the front section without having any of it seen from any of the angles, above or below, sides, anything. It should be properly designed, properly over designed. So Chief also enjoys the Woods Runner. RC Amigos, what's happening? About to get ready for a short hike with my short hike. That's good because it's either cold or rainy just about everywhere. Will the Woods Runners replace your Pro as your favorite truck? My Pro I drive with a reckless abandon that I'll never be able to drive this truck the same way. While I know that it will have the same drivetrain and durability, I don't feel like I could ever beat this truck like I do my Pro now. Like it's, you know, there will just be too much to it. But I think it will replace any of the trucks that I have as my overall all-time favorite. Did I see the Claude? Yes, I watched most of Matt's stream. I was in and out. I had it playing while I was screwing around with some other stuff. Chief is trying to get underneath of the infraction body now. And he did it. The original one, though, which is all tired. Well, he's a little dirty now. Sorry, Nicole. She's probably in here still. She is still in here. Ooh. Whoops. Are you out? Are you good? Let's see. So yeah, that anyway. I did watch Matt's stream on the Claude. It was fun to watch. I have not seen a full Claude be built before. That's that it's an interesting truck. I've built the axles many times, but never the full chassis. So, you know. So, oh yeah, Nicole's talking about burnt ends. That makes me hungry. I gotta figure out what should I order that I can eat while she's not here. I guess I could just order pho because she never likes that. That could be a thing. That would be an option. You need to get the things that she doesn't like out of the way. Comp question: brushed or brushless long wheelbase? Ooh. So my all of my trucks for scale nationals were all brushed, and I ran nice brushed motors in them. They were silly expensive, hand wound deals. But honestly, one of the cheapest options you could do now and still have great control is that new Hobbywing Fusion SE. Pick one of those things up for like $69. Super smooth. Get the 1800 kV. It'll be fast enough. And all in one, super convenient. Again, $69 and you're done. So that would be my if I was trying to go between budget brushed and brushless, I would probably not do the brushed at all, and I would go right to that. And then you're good. And as far as long wheelbase, 12.3 to 12.8 you could do for class 2 or 3. Class 1, I think that 12.3 is as long as you want to go. So yeah, that would be my rough take on it. Class 1, you could go anywhere from 11-inch wheelbase to 12.3 and be fine. 12.8 is fine. Again, class 2 or 3. If I'm trying to be ultra competitive, I probably would stay 12.3. 12.8 is okay. Helps in some situations, but tight gate stuff, I would not. I would stay 12.3. Class 3 might be the exception to that rule. Brushed versus brushless fast breakdown. As far as construction different, you'll have to. What do you mean, John? Let's see. I just pulled the trigger on Trucks of Fortune. Excited for the first VP product. Hopefully the scraps are left. No, so as they got built and then they all got mixed. So through the entire thing, the mix stays consistent until the very last ones are out. The mix will still be the same. 12.8 forced steer all day. Now that is only available in class 3. So yeah, that in class 3, of course, 4-wheel steer is basically the way you have to go to be competitive. But yeah, 4-wheel steer will take you out of all other classes immediately. So And now, since you have to run a tire taller than 4.75 to be in class 3, that's what now the wheelbase thing. If I'm going to run a 5.25 inch tall tire, I'll probably actually go to 13, maybe 13 and a quarter now. So it kind of leaves that 12.8 in this area of not great for either. It's weird. Because I don't mind the longer wheelbases at all. Even a lot of my 1.9 trucks. My Carnivore down there, it's 13. Maybe a little longer. I don't know. So this is a 1.9 on 4.75s. And it is, yeah, right at 13 and a quarter. So now this isn't really a comp truck, but I do love the way that it drives. And even just being on 4.75 1.9s, it's still a great handling little car. So Castle all the way. I like Castle ESCs. This has got a Mamba X in it, but their motors are not great. Definitely not that great for crawling. The Slate motors, they're okay. I wish that they were a little bit better, but those 1406s are just low on power, low on punch in comparison to the other, like the competitors. I wish that they were better, but I love the Castle ESCs. That new the Mamba Micro X2 is good. Um, but yeah, beyond that, that's about it. Their Go Fast stuff, I don't know much. I've never ran that. John Roberts, 1.6 RC, thank you. Where's a good place to get a Woods Runner cage for a Vanquish SCX 10.2 kit? Is RC Speedy one place? Don't have welded. There's not really a great place to go for that, like a cage that's that close. RC Speedy makes some cages. I don't really think that they have any that I feel are in that realm. They have some like Jeep-esque ones and things like that, but that's about it. Why did Tekin fall off? You know, I don't know. I don't know why. I still like my Tekin Rock 412s. I think that they still are a good, solid option. And the RX4 I still like. It's still super powerful. It's got a great BEC. Tunability is good. But their price is high. Their price is a little too high now compared to what some of the other, like the Castle ESC, the Mamba X is a great ESC. And it's one that I kind of default to a lot of times. So the Tekins are great. They're expensive. So, you know, it's a tricky one right there. But I don't know. And then as far as their motors go, the Rock 412 is still a great motor, still super powerful. As far as brushless motors go, I really like. So the Holmes motors, the Polar Pros are the ones that I suggest most. 4-pole motors, those are the way to go. The good 4-pole motors, I think, is where your money is best spent. And the 2700 kV is like the sweet spot motor. That Holmes Polar Pro 2700 kV. It can run fantastic on 3S, fantastic on 4S. I love running that motor on 4S. So when I'm putting a new motor in things that I'm using that's the one. That's the one I go with. And it's just, I used to stay in that 3000 to 3300 range, but now 2700 and 4S is just fantastic. You know, and then from there, if I'm not kind of going that route, I have been running more Hobby Wing lately. But the Hobby Wing stuff is also I really like it for how smooth it is, but it is also way low on power. In comparison, the Hobbywing stuff has nowhere near the punch or overall torque that you can get out of some of these other ones. But they're butter smooth. And I do love the all-in-ones for their convenience. So I like to run them when convenience is a bonus. But if I'm looking for power, Hobbywing is not my go-to. And it's just the decisions that they made for their motor construction. You know, they've got the staggered rotor and some of like the little differences with the, you know, I've got to the rundown on what the big differences are with air gaps and timings and the sensor styles and their programming in their motors to get smooth startup and how that takes away from their ability to have crazy punch. And I like them for what they chose to do, but I also see where they're lacking in some of the things that I also like. So, you know, when you're going to finish that carnivore, it looks like it just needs drive shafts. It has one drive shaft missing, and that is because I lost that drive shaft when running. I was running the Proline Tweels, the wheels that had, they were like, you know, the tire and wheel combo, and they vibrated the truck so bad I lost a drive shaft. Beyond that, I've put a lot of runtime on this truck in the past. It just needs like a refresh. I put new wheels and tires on it just because I thought they looked good. It needs new, like a new drive shaft. In all honesty, what I would love to do is see what it would take to shoehorn a VFD in here. So if I could make a VFD fit in here and then put some new axles under it, like it doesn't need a VFD. I could stay without, but maybe just do a new set of like the new F10s with the offset front, just for a little bit different style. Maybe do a different servo configuration. I'd like to like fancy this thing up. You know, needs a new home. Ooh, this one would be one of my most expensive trucks if I was selling it. This truck would be in that it would $6,000 to $8,000 range before this truck would leave. So it's a UC Fab cage. It's one of very few. You know, we did the custom molded hood that we vacuum formed. It's just got a lot to it. And yeah, is the frame painted? It is not painted. It is actually a copper coating that is done to steel. You take and you spray this copper coating on it. It has a chemical reaction, and then you spray a deactivator on it, and it will stop the reaction. So it just gives it this wild, different type of patina, but it doesn't scrape off like paint either. So it's a very different type of look, and that's what kind of gives it this weird bronzy finish, because it is actually a copper that is bonded to the steel, like it is true copper. So interesting. It's a coating that I've had for a lot of years, and I've used it a handful of times. But yeah, and you can do other processes on top of that copper to make it react and give even different like colors and things like that. It's pretty rad. Do you think a 3600 kV is too much for my coming truck of fortune? On 2S, definitely not. On 3S, it's a lot. So it depends on how you gear things, but you'd still probably be all right. Um, so yeah, how different are F10s from the F9s? So these are the original F9 portals. Um, and the big difference is going to be, of course, that it's got a centered pumpkin, And then beyond that, we also have CV style axle shafts rather than universal style. So the the CV style, this is going to get like 47 degrees of steering, versus if you go to the F10s, you can probably get closer to that like 51, 52 degrees pretty easily. So a little bit of a difference there. What is the top of the line Vanquish model kit? I mean, if you go purely dollars, you're looking at the VS410 Ultra, which has an offset F9 style front housing, and they're machined axles like these, and you get those front and rear. And then underneath you have the VS410 chassis with the standard VFD, or you can look at the VS410 Pro, also machined F9 axles, but a straight axle rather than a portal. And the VFD transmission that comes in it has aluminum motor plate, machined gears in the transmission. And that one's one of my favorites. And that one is my favorite, I would say. It's my favorite. It's just a beast. And I just love the way that it drives. But you're going to spend $750, you know? So it's a big difference. And then you go to the Phoenixes, and they've got the molded F10 housings, which get a lot more steering, which is a nice benefit. They're much less expensive overall, which is a nice benefit. The VFD Twin comes with a dig out of the box, which is something I always add to my VS410 Pros. So you have that benefit. Then it also adds a selectable overdrive. Again, another little tuning ability. And it's got the molded front inner fenders, which I really like, because that is one of the things that I break on my Pro is the Lexan inner fenders. So it's like each one of them has their own little things here and there. Brown shoes and black shoes. Some people like brown shoes, some people like black shoes. Would you ever put a VFD 2 in your Pro? Yeah, sure. I could. The problem with my VS410 Pro is that it's actually not just like a regular Pro. I've put a portal axle in the rear only. So my Pro has like 30% overdrive all the time. So if I put a VFD Twin in my Pro, I would have like 30% and 70%, which is not all that reasonable. So for my Pro, it's not really a thing to do. Like a normal Pro, sure. Easy swap, really. For mine, it wouldn't make much sense. I'm getting a call from someone in Lebanon, Ohio right now. You're not reasonable. Pro and Ultra Body look better. And that's, a personal opinion thing, right? I love old Scouts. So, yeah. Let's see. Uh, the Pro and Phoenix are legit. Need to dust them off and wheel them a bit. Bend them in. I know what you mean. That's kind of, you needed molded fenders for the Origin bodies. Yeah, that would be nice. It's definitely something, it's just the cost of, big molds like that. It's something, but it is something that would like to do in the future, because I do like, that could have been Kirby. I think I have Kirby's number saved in my phone. So I don't know that I know anybody else in Lebanon, but I'm pretty sure I have Kirby's number saved. Let's see. Kirby. Yep, I do. Mike Kirby. Any possible flat rail builds? I was thinking about doing one tomorrow. I've got a Artful Dodgers chassis here, and I've got a new honcho. And I was just like, I'm gonna have to do. I was thinking I could knock that build out tomorrow before Nicole gets in from her flight, and then it would be, all kinds of productive. So yeah, one more possibility. Do a stream while you build it. No, I plan to do it so that I can do an edited video. That's my plan. because especially with those, it's a lot of fiddling, and I might do some stuff, then design, print, test fit. Otherwise, it'd be like a 7-hour live stream, and I wouldn't be able to put out the video afterwards. So, not saying that. I mean, sometimes live streams are great. You can, like the revenue of a live stream is often okay. Today it was okay. We've made a decent amount. But a normal edited video, if it goes well over time, can make more money and hopefully offset some of the cost that it takes to do the build. Because you never make as much on a car after when you sell them, they're not worth as much as they were with new parts. So if you can help offset it by doing the video, then hopefully you don't lose money. Like maybe you can break even. That's fantastic. If you can break even on these trucks, it's like, oh, that's a win. Because you got to play with a free RC truck then. But most of the time you lose a little at least. At least. Do I watch Double Clutch Productions build? I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar. Would you powder coat a metal cage or paint it? I always go with paint. I don't like powder coat on these trucks. Just because if it flakes off, it's actually a huge pain to remove. And then it has to be completely stripped before you can ever do anything with it again. Where paint, if you do something, sometimes you can scrape it if you need to do whatever, and you can touch up an area. I've done many times. So I much prefer paint over powder coat. Also, powder coat's kind of thick, and when it chips off, it looks even worse. So paint for me. Twisted Skull Works RC, thank you. Have you ever thought about converting a crawler into an autonomous rover? Happy New Year. Thought about it a little bit here and there. Matt got one of the Jetson Nanos, I think. Maybe I'm saying that right. Maybe it's wrong. But it's not been something that I put in a ton of thought to. Just because it's like, I don't know. I have a hard time like wanting to dive fully into that. I thought more about like wanting to design in sensors to a truck where I could get like wild telemetry data logging, like shock position data logging, yaw, pitch, all of those type of things. That is what I think I would be more interested in. Just like wild telemetry capturing. To the newer people who don't know, what Josh is one of the pioneers of scale trail, the X Trail chassis. I made one of the early flat rail chassis that was mass marketed and sold at high volume for many years. Many years. It was a chassis that a lot of people turned into their first. It was before the SCX-10 existed. And suspiciously, about the same shape as the SCX-10 chassis that followed it. Which I built. Axial had me build one for them and send it to them. I'll take it. I'm saying, not saying, but I'm saying a little bit. Double Clutch makes crazy custom fab RC builds, like the Desert Runner with the. Double Clutch is the guy who is with K-pop, or he does some of the live shows with K-pop. Yes, I have watched his. I guess the name didn't. Why does that name not sound familiar? Yes, I have watched his. He had one just here recently with the pre-runner front suspension, and he put out a video on that. Yes, I did. I do watch that. I guess I just didn't remember the name properly. Just thinking, my cheapest truck is a TRX4 Sport, 700-ish in it. Yeah, it happens fast. I don't know how that happens. So, and what do we got here? It is 8:54. I need to order food because I am quite hungry. And it's about that time anyway. So 5 minutes, rapid fire, whatever you got. We'll run through them, and then we're gonna wrap that up. Do you watch Flex Rocks and Rollovers? The main guy on the channel is going to be a cool driver for Fly Off Road next year at KOH. Oh, co-driver. Oh, yeah, I do watch his videos. It was funny because he actually did a video covering We Rock down in Dayton, Ohio last year. Or not Dayton, Ohio, Dayton, Tennessee. And I sponsored one of the guys from We Rock, and they had my logo on the side, and he thought that I was the spotter. So he'd said my name a bunch in the video, and people were like, "Did you go We Rock last weekend?" I was like, "No." And they said, like, "Oh, well, the video shows you running We Rock." And I was just like, "Oh." So it was actually my buddy Jake Good and his son Caleb Good. So Mini Mamba X, any good for crawlers? Yes, as long as the truck is not too heavy. Not too heavy. Both, been a while since I got them, but my Wheels of Fortune were signed by someone that looked like LDW. Yeah, it was probably, I think that is Joey, actually. And I know it looks like LDW, and I don't remember 100% what it stands, what his initials are. I don't always remember everybody's name, but what happened with TCS crawlers? He just kind of wasn't interested in doing it anymore. He closed it up officially the end of in this last year. He just kind of trickled along for quite a while and then shut her down. Let's see. I like the Ultra better to climb rocks as it has a lower center of gravity and heavier than the Phoenix. Lower center of gravity? It might technically than the Phoenix with the aluminum axles, but not by a lot. Just a little bit. The Phoenix has a little bit better. The Phoenix has better clearance under the axles. The axles are a little bit slimmer, and they steer a lot better. So if I was going to compete and I had an Ultra or a Phoenix to choose from, I would probably choose my Phoenix. Probably. Unless it was like a TTC. And then I would go Ultra for the durability. Josh needs to end his streams before he gets hungry enough to eat a cat. We just have to make sure that we're still have somebody delivering, which we do. Have you got a Mojave body to make a cage and print for you? No, I have not. I want to go pick up a J Concepts Creep body, and I should get a Mojave body. I should try and locate both of those here soon. Are the brass tubes in the Phoenix heavier than the aluminum in the Ultra? No, not quite. But the Phoenix axles are like super beefy plastic in general. Like there's just a lot of it. So they're still a pretty heavy axle. Gonna go grab a Charburger from Habit. That is good. That's not a bad idea, Perry. Cage for the Lloyd. I would sell none of them. Do a completely 3D printed RC body video. I mean, I guess I could, but anyway. Oh, Nicole just texted me that the litter box is full. Our robot RC, or our robot litter box is the best. Yeah. Let's see. Sweet. My wife is Googling Cheeto now. Yes. Our Sookie and Chief are both Cheetos. We got them from a lady named Carol out of Arizona. She is awesome. Exo cage for the Mon 14. That just looks like veins. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Mon 14 cage would need to be an X. Oh, yeah. All right. 9 p.m. on the dot. I know where you can borrow a Mojave. Ooh, Tim, maybe I'll take you up on that. What's my favorite dinosaur? A T-Rex. Obviously. Or maybe the flying one. Actually, probably the flying one. Looks crazy and it's huge. Good night. Happy New Year. We'll see you the scale news on Tuesday. Maybe a release before that for a video edited. We'll see. But Happy New Year. See you guys. 2022 has been great. See you in 2023.